Hey everybody, John here with Stroke Sweat Squad outside your comfort zone. Looking at the 30-day arm and hand challenge. This is day 5. So switch up a little bit. Besides doing the stretches you've been doing and the hand work of trying to relax your hand, I mentioned yesterday about trying to strengthen your shoulders and stuff like that. You want to strengthen your traps and then across here, and then of course your pec muscles. So I did these exercises about 2 months ago with my shirt off. And several people comment they can't get that visual out of their brain. So I'm doing my shirt on this time. And I'm doing it, so I'm looking in the mirror here, so you'll see me from the side. The biggest thing I do these every day because I keep a sticky note on my mirror with the exercises to remind me every day. Biggest thing to do, most of the stuff I'm showing is stuff I've learned along the way and been repeated to me by therapists and students again. They're basically simple exercises, and they're basic exercises to help you work out. You won't see, if you're just starting out, you won't see a lot of movement. If you keep doing these, you will eventually see movement because you're activating the muscles you need to activate. So this is my strong arm. This is my affected arm. So basically, the first one is the shoulder shrug. So you just want to try to look in the mirror and pull your shoulders up. Don't scrunch your neck down, but try to pull your shoulders up. And you'll feel it through your scapulas, you're pulling your shoulders up. So you try to get some activity, you try to pull back a little bit and then go up with them. Because when you pull back, you've got those muscles activated, just pull them up a little bit. You see I just pull my shoulders back, then pull up. But trying to scrunch your neck, you want to be pushing from the center of your back up, not so much through your neck. So you want to just pull them back. If you watch in the mirror, you see that your head doesn't move or scrunch down. You can watch that you're actually pulling up into your neck and pulling your shoulders up. It's okay if your arms go up with you. It's okay if your spasticity kicks in your elbow. It's okay because you're concentrating up here. You're not worried about this right now. So to do that, I usually 4 sets of 7 on those. And then next one I do is the shoulder rolls. So you do forwards and backwards. So you want to do forward. And the one thing I watch is there's usually like an area right by your neck that forms a triangle on both sides. I try to see if they're pretty even. Mine are not even yet, but I'm still working on it. But they're not far off being even. So I can see the difference when you look in the mirror. Let's say you're doing forwards. Squeeze those scapulas into the spine back there and roll forward, round your back out. You can feel it go forward. And you see my hands starting to tighten up from doing these. That's going to happen because you're activating these muscles. So that's where I tell you where we try to, the shoulders get activated and the spasticity and tone kicks in. So your hand activates. So that's where we're trying to retrain the brain in the hand exercises and trying to relax so we don't do that. You can see if I do like this right here, my hand's pretty relaxed, so it's working on my end so far, but everybody's journey's a little bit different. So I do 4 sets of 7 of these. And you hear a lot of popping and clicking in my back as I do this, but you want to make sure you're pulling back into your spine, pull the scapulas back into your spine, and then rolling forward. Roll them out of there. You see my shoulder going around. This is a non-effective side, so it's a little more active. The only thing I do is we're doing it in reverse. So you want to do backwards, pull forward, and then pull those 2 scapulas to get under your spine. So pull forward, and you feel your back stretch out, and then pull back into your spine. These are good ones to do also. Do it 4 sets of 7. I always do 4 sets of 7. There's a process that usually that 4 sets of 5. There's a lot of people, bodybuilders out there, that really work the muscles. They tell you to do 4 sets of 7, 4 sets of 5. So usually by your 4th set of the 7, you'll start to tire out, which is the goal. You may not do that doing the shoulder rolls like that, but if you're doing the weights like that, you'll find you will tire out. So you want to do the maximum weight you can if you're trying to build muscle. So the other one is the shoulders down, which was a new one for me a couple months ago. So you want to pull them up and then push them down. If you want, my thumb's kicking into my hand, so as I'll turn so as you can see my shoulders going down, 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 down. You'll feel it on your sides start to activate, and your pecs start to activate, start pulling everything down. This was my non-affected side's pretty stiff, but this side there's not much there. It's kicking in lower side, but it's not all the way up to the shoulder yet. And the other one to do, this was a new one for me also. If you have a TheraBand, a really lightweight TheraBand, not a lot of tension on it. If you can use your hands and get them in here. You want to be about shoulder width apart. You want to push out on them a little bit. Then you also want to reach. You keep that pressure to the out. Keep pushing on the outside. So you want to. You see these movements like in Tai Chi and yoga too, where they I just sort of push out and then like stem arms out, reach, and then raise them up, and then bring them back down again, and then raise them up. You'll feel the muscles in your scapula in the center of your back. You'll feel them kick in and try to hold your arms out there, which is where you want to do. You don't want to be raising through here. You'll be raising through your trapezoid. I believe it's the trapezoids on the back. That's the way to do those. So just get a lightweight. I mean, everybody said usually the blue or yellow are pretty weak, so you don't put a lot of pressure, but just something to give some pressure on the arms. Reach out there and then pull them back down again. If you can, try to go a little higher. Like I said, I have this stuff set up in front of my mirror for the mornings. I do this stuff in the morning, and then when I get home at lunchtime from work, I can do them again. So, hopefully those help out. But like I said, this is part of the third working the arm and the hand. So if you ever switch up to these, so we do the shoulder stretches. You can do these exercises after the shoulder stretches, and you can actually go and work on the hand a little bit, get that thing to relax a little bit if we can. That's the focus. Is if I take this out here, everything's pretty well relaxed. They're not tight or nothing. So my body's learning to not activate my hand as much and to relax my hand when I'm using my shoulder and not activate the entire arm because I move my shoulder. That's the idea of this 30-day challenge, is try to get your brain to not activate everything. Just activate what you're working on. Excuse me on that one. So hopefully that helps out. This is day 5. We'll see you about day 6, okay? Thanks.